Hey guys, Adam here with another computer build. I am going to be building a home theater PC for my living room. I have a couple of special requirements that I'll talk about for my home theater PC. I'm going to be using this Gigabyte H55M S2H, which has a already Core i3. I think it's a 530. I think it's an 1156 CPU on it. I don't remember exactly. This is an older CPU and case that's been, or motherboard that's been in a box for a while, so I don't remember the details, but we'll get to that when we get to it. I have 4 gigabytes of DDR3 memory for it. I have a 430 watt power supply, which should be more than adequate. I have an old Samsung 830 128 gigabyte SSD. The main thing is this Silverstone case here. It is a Grandia series GD05. We'll take that out of the box and take a look at it. It's a MATX case, takes regular power supply, that sort of stuff, so it's a little bigger than my home theater case that I use to make my router, because this has more functionality. We have a Roswell Media Center remote. We are a Logitech keyboard with a built-in trackpad. This one's a K400. As far as expansion cards go, I have my usual Intel Pro 1000 MT PCI Express card that I put in pretty much every machine I build. As far as the graphics card goes, this is where the special requirement comes in. This is a very old graphics card. Now, I probably could have used the onboard video. I think this has onboard video. Except for one exception. This is a EVGA GeForce 9400 GT. As you see here, it has a special port right here. The reason I need that is that the TV that I'm hooking this up to is actually kind of old, and it does not have HDMI on it. It only has component. This has a little component breakout that plugs into that, so I can get 720p video. I can do 1080i actually, but 720p is actually, from what I understand, higher quality, even though it's a slightly lower resolution, because the I means that it's interlaced, and that means that 50% of the pixels are refreshed every other frame, and so you get a better picture, I think, out of 720p than you would out of 1080i. 1080p, of course, is better still. This is a Creative Sound Blaster. It has optical audio, which is why I'm using it. And then this is a what is this model here? It is a, let me get the box here. I have the box still for this thing. It's kind of dusty because it's been in the garage. It is an ATI Wonder HD 650 dual tuner. I believe this will work for me to be able to get my broadcast TV channels, so I can still watch basically local sports. Is the only thing that I watch. It's not even local sports. I live in Oregon, but whatever, you know, it's broadcast sports. I watch football. It's pretty much the only reason I want to have any television at all. So I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff out of the box, and we can start putting it together. Alright, well, taking a look at the star of the show here. This is the case out of its box. Get a good look at it. It's not wanting to focus. It's reasonably small, but still fairly large. It's probably about the size of my receiver that I have. So here's our power button, reset button, USB front audio. It's got a spot for a full-size Blu-ray drive. I may or may not put one in. I haven't decided. I don't really see the need because I put everything up on the network, so I'm not real sure about that. Let's go ahead and get the panel off. This is going to take 2 hands, so I'm going to put you down for a second. Well, it looks like it already comes with a couple of 120mm fans. This is the drive cage here for the 5 1/4 inch drive. There's kind of a support that goes over here. This looks like this is for a couple hard drives. The power supply, of course, goes in here. On the back we have our expansion slots and so forth, normal I/O shield area. So looks like they even installed another fan in there as well. So this thing's fanned up already. Looks like it's very good quality, of course, what you'd expect from Silverstone. So I'm going to get this power supply and motherboard mounted up. You've seen me do that a few times now, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut ahead and do that. If I can get this to focus. For those who are wondering, this is a, I don't know if that's going to focus, an i3 530 This is actually pretty spacious when you empty everything out of here. It's not bad. I like this. Well, I ran into an interesting compatibility issue with SSDs here. There's two spots to put them, and they both seem to have the same problem, which is that really most modern power supplies I've seen have these 90-degree angle connectors, and it actually needs to be connected this way around. And the power connector on the hard drive is right, on the SSD is right there. The problem is there's not a lot of a ledge there. I guess it'll kind of fit. I'm going to see if I can jam it on there. But probably would have been nice if they'd put a little more space there. See how that works. Well, I came up with what I think is a reasonably good solution. This was too tight of a corner to make with this. So I found in my junk drawer this Molex to SATA connector that is straight on the end, and that works just fine. So I'll just have to find a straight SATA data cable, and I think we should be in good shape. But really, that's kind of a weird oversight there. I don't know. But anyway, I think we're on the straight and narrow now, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. Alright, so the thing is assembled. It's not the neatest installation ever, but I kind of gave up on cable management a long time ago. I think it will be sufficiently good. So I'm going to go ahead and put the cover on, get Windows 8.1. I don't think I mentioned that. I'm installing Windows 8 on this. Get Windows installed on this, and I'll check back with you to see if it's working. Well, we're out in my living room and it's dark, but basically the thing's working. I have not put the top on yet. I actually took it back off because I had to make some adjustments to some stuff. So it's orange light in there that's going to kind of bug me, leaking out through the there you go, you can see it kind of there through the DVD thing. But anyway, things seem to be working. I'm going to get Windows going and be right back. Well, everything's up and running with the computer now. I got Plex Media installed, the Plex Theater. Everything's working nicely with that. I don't know if I haven't really done a demo of Plex, but it works really well. I really like Plex. I find it very easy to use and all that stuff. So see if how it actually plays. I don't really know what I have to play here. That's probably not going to lead to a copyright strike, but I guess we can try this out. I don't have the mouse and stuff hooked up yet. Let's just, or the keyboard, but playback's nice and smooth. I think I need to adjust the overscan on the monitor a little bit because it's going to cut it off there, but it's looking good. And let's go ahead and stop that before I get a strike there. But it looks really clear. It's not, looking in the viewfinder, it's not coming across as well, but things are looking pretty good with this. I need to tinker with it a little bit, but I am very happy with its performance. The reason I installed Windows was because I wanted to use the actual Plex app for Windows, and then I also wanted to have regular access to Netflix through a browser. And there are, I guess, some ways you can get it to work on like Kodi Media Center, but I didn't really want to mess around with those because I guess, you know, because I think it still uses Silverlight actually, so the aftermarket support is not great, I understand, for that stuff. So I like that they have the music in this. If you haven't used Plex, I definitely do recommend it. I think I like it better than the Kodi Media Center. So works well with my FreeBSD and all that stuff too. So alright, well, it's the next day and I've got everything put back together here, and I got the remote going here. It's working pretty nice. I got iTunes going here. As you can hear, I don't want to play too much because it'll probably end up getting me a copyright strike. I'm still doing Windows updates and all that stuff, but it's all up and running. Pretty happy with things, and I don't think there's too much really left to do with this, so I'm pretty much going to leave it there. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you next time.